Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 12 of season 1 of The Land of Good and Evil. So, I've been busy again. I've been expanding the city, of course. So, this is something I really like to do between the episodes because it's quite a monotonous work, albeit it is very, very important. We keep stocking up the bedrooms because, the population of the city keeps growing. So, for today, we're going to work on that new Farmers Guild Hall. We're going to complete whatever needs to be completed in the library. You see, we have set it up in the last episode. And we're going to work on the outer defenses. I mean, we are pretty much able to get it done soon, but we're not quite there yet. And, well, I hope that I'll be able to get myself some first steps into the area down here. You see, we have... Let's see, how many glass blocks do we have? 10 so far, so we could get ourselves a first window into the depths. So, a couple of things on my mind, but a little bit this, a little bit that. We're going to have to see how things will work out. I'm going to set up a dormitory down here. Still don't know if it's going to be a thing that everybody uses or not. So, here's, by the way, the layout that I went for the Farmers Guild, because I figured, some exciting architecture should be quite okay, and the Farmers Guild's location is also with the farms, because I figured that it would be pretty cool, to have the farms in the vicinity, to have the Farmers Guild Hall in the vicinity of the farms. So what did I do except for that? I think that's pretty much all that was worth talking about. As you see here, claystone is being grabbed while I'm talking everywhere. This stuff is so desired these days. We're also going to have to dig out a substantial extra amount of siltstone, so let's make sure that this will happen now too. And of course, we keep extracting those gemstones as well. We have had, in the last episode, a pretty distressing theft. A monster has penetrated our fortress and has stolen one of our artifacts. This is actually really unsettling for me, because I really feel like I want to create some safe area for those artifacts now. Probably this is what we're going to do today. So, well, it really does make me a little bit anxious here to see what's happening there. But, well, this is, after all, a mod pack intended to make things harder, and those hack ambushes, well, they are quite something. Alright, let's see. We do have... Yeah, let's take the limestone blocks. I don't like them visually too much, but at the same time, they are available, they are valuable, and yeah. I personally love my guild halls to be furnished, floored, and everything. And I love the fact that we got the Farmers Guild Hall here right next to the farms. So, does it belong? And now, let's announce it to be the Farmers Guild Hall. Here, Farmer, the Coastal Hall. Okay. Some combat here. Bullhound. Ah, well, that sounds like another one went into my traps. Oh yeah, so this is another thing that crossed my mind. I want to amp up my my armed forces, simply because I figured that we have passed the 80 dwarf mark, so that means we're now eligible to raids. So I figured it would be quite a nice and smart decision to get our soldiers some real numbers, Because currently we are only acting with 2 squads that are not fully geared out and or fully staffed out, I should rather say. Okay, let's take down those bullhounds. Probably should just start building some serious weapon traps here. We do have so many critters here roaming into the traps randomly, and I have to do something about it the whole time. I dislike that, you know? It's just so much work, so much hustling. I don't like that. Because when the time has come, we are going to leave that area to its own, and I don't have the time to monitor that the whole time. So probably we're going to set up some serious weapon traps there. A ranger is fighting with a bullhound. So, tell me more about that bullhound. Okay, that's the only visible bullhound here in the area, so probably false alert. I hope so. Okay, got ourselves a nice amount of siltstone here yet again. Let's see. Oh, the claystone looks a tad bit plundered, doesn't it? So, here we go. These are just outright harvesting operations, you know? This is looking terrible. It leaves holes in the mountain, but at the same time it also procures lots of material, so I keep going like that, you know? So let's see. The guild hall here has been established. Wonderful. So, job's done. Now, let's see. Gear-wise, you folks are fully geared out. Love to see that. And let's see if we can staff out the keys of chance as well. Because, you know, at this point, I'm quite happy to have 2 full squads. I think it's now also about time to consider steel making. It's about time to consider steel making. We got 2 squads geared out in iron. That's pretty that's pretty okay. That's pretty normal. But you know, we got access to limestone in really large amounts, so it shouldn't be any bigger trouble for us to make some large amounts of steel. So let's get that done. We'll use that hole here for limestone, because we need that as a flux rock. Let's assign some wheelbarrows to that, and we're going to couple up some here pig iron bars and oh whoopsie, that was a wrong one again. And steel making. So I think I need to go to the smelter. So, make steel bars. There we go. So, we're only going to do this if there's 100 iron bars around. And, well, let's see. Going to make steel bars only if there's at least 10 pig iron bars. Let's do this like that. And here we go. With a configuration like that, we're only going to make that stuff if we really have enough iron at our disposal. I like that. Smelting limonite ore is happening whenever we have enough refined coal. Good, good. This way, we're also never going to fire off that recipe without having enough iron, without having enough fuel, because we're never having enough iron without having enough fuel, so that's pretty okay. Not the worst configuration that I have brought together here. So, let's keep chopping them trees until somebody cries. Whoever it'll be in this area here. We ain't got no elves as far as I know. So, let's see. Oh, geez, this is a really, really wide gap. No, we don't have enough. Damn. Alright. So, I think it's also time to think about dedicated stockpile zones for certain stone types. Let's do this. This will also create some limestone. I appreciate that. By now, we need that stuff in larger numbers. Alright. So this will take a while, but this will also make my rock workshops a tad bit more effective, as they currently are. So probably we're going to slap in a couple of bays here for extra stoneworkers workshops here. I mean, by all means, I've never been one to create extremely effective or efficient fortresses. That's seriously not my strongest side. But what I am able to pull off are fortresses that do their job. That's enough for me. Somebody is fighting. Yeah, okay. Alright, we got now 20 dwarves at arms. That's quite high number for only 87 people, but considering how much stuff just wants to spit in my soup here, you know? We're constantly being harassed. There's people stealing my artifacts, there's people killing my people. There's literally all the time something that is somehow not really working out for me. This ain't a traction bench game. Well, whatever. Yeah, so let's see. Do we already have some written content? Well, it's only on the people there, alright. Thieves! Damn it. What is it this time? I mean, what kind of creatures are thieving from us again here? Rake, woman, thief. Alright. Certainly only noticed them right when they already are leaving the map. Quite the stealthy critters they are. Okay. So, let's check down here. Yeah, there's pig iron in the making, so let's see. I hope the configuration works out well, so the steel making will work out nicely. Oh yeah, I just remembered that I meant to have a statue here. Okay. Here, look at that. Fluxstone is being hauled down here. I like it, I like it. Things are working out. Yeah, another monster hunter. Why not? Never hurts to have these guys. We found magnetite in the claystone layer? I always thought we had that only in the siltstone layer. Huh, well, nice. So, iron is something we truly have in abundance down here. It's really no biggie. Gator hemp plants. That's also working out quite nicely here. Okay, I really need to check back with my citizens at some point. Or, well, to put it into less obscure words, I need to count how many bedrooms versus people we got currently. It's something I always keep doing off camera because it's quite a tedious job. But, well, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Alrighty, so let's get on over for real stockpiles. So, this one will be for claystone. I always love that, you know. You can, of course, go for just a quantum stockpile. Works out dandy as well. But I'm personally, you know, I personally love the logistical challenge that these tasks mean, and quantum stockpiles are for me like opting out of the logistical challenge, which is totally okay. If you don't enjoy it, by all means. I always feel like there's nothing worse than not enjoying your time while you're playing a game. So I totally dig it when somebody's not going for that. Let's put up some second limestone stockpile here. Then we're going to bring up nothing because the here we go. That one's going to be for the siltstone. Let's assign the wheelbarrows again. And the last one here is for a new type of block that I haven't brought up yet because I have made it between the episodes. That's mudstone. Mudstone is just a pleasantly gray stone, you know, but I figured that I noticed somewhere that I had quite large deficits of that, or layers of that, so I figured that I want to have that. So here I'm slapping up more workshops because I know we do need them. And let's see. Work's getting done here quite nicely. And yeah, let's beautify our library, huh? Discuss migratory patterns. Yeah, you do you. So probably we're going to slap up more scholars here because I like the idea of this fortress being a font of knowledge, you know. But we'll see about that. Currently, the expansionary plans are taking up all my attention and time. But, you know, once we are done with all that, this fortress will brim with workforce, you know? That's just the thing. Currently, it's quite a tedious job, but, you know, we got lots of military dwarves defending us. We got glass blocks in the making to procure very valuable things in the depths. I am currently also considering a third military squad for the lowest layer of the caverns because I really want to explore that. With that mod pack, the lower layers of the depths are surely even more deadly than usual. And that sounds exciting, doesn't it? So, yeah, lots of plans, lots of ideas. None of them are too smart. Alrighty. I do like the look of the library, don't you? So we're going to set up some engravings here in the center of the room as some decorative element. I like it. Okay, so Fortress should be a lot more organized by now, especially these specific stone type thingies. They are massively useful in terms of making your fortress work faster, because your stone workers are sometimes the slowest part in your machinery, or at least in my fortresses they tend to be quite often that. All right, so let's check it out. Okay, it's all magma there. This is actually quite good news. So we're going to start a thing, you know? Why not? In case you don't know what our thing is, so I'm going to show you. I just noticed that I don't have a cistern yet. This is bad. I need to change that as well. So here, there's a huge body of magma here, and we're just going to slap a pond over there. And, well, I hope I have bucket making in the jobs there. Let's see, yeah, wooden buckets are in the list. So, in a nutshell, we're just going to have somebody sloshing water in there regularly. And sometime in the near future, this will quench the fire here completely. Good news, huh? So, speaking about good news, I am also considering opening up this area here at some point in the future. And pulling up some walls, you know? Just making sure that people can not enter here, because we would benefit a lot from having access to this area here. Just a couple of thoughts. Maybe we can make that happen. So, yeah. The useless traps are being useless. So, yeah, we really got to get ourselves some real traps here going. So let's make that happen. Let's remove the first stonefall traps like this. And instead, we're going to make here iron, let's see, giant iron axe blades. I'm looking for these. So we're going to make 40 of these. Yeah, I know it's a large numbers, but you know, by now we are running a fortress, no longer an outpost. So the idea is a simple one. I just want to soup up the defensive power of these. There we go. More siltstone blocks have been made. That's beautiful. Alrighty. Let's fill those gaps here. I'm quite stingy with the blocks. It would be easier to just paste over the entirety of the area there. You can also go for something like that. And just delete afterwards. Probably the easiest way of doing it. Okay. But slowly I'm getting a good feeling about the defensive qualities of this place, you know. Probably need to do some terraforming here still. You see, I am not quite okay with the shape of this place yet, but gonna get there. Oh yeah, let's do some atom smash. Do the atom smash. Crunch. I love it, you know. Destroying trash like that is always a really, really pleasant thing. There's only one thing I strongly suggest you. Just go for a restricted traffic area for that specific tile. Because this is just very dangerous to stand there. This way your dudes will only go there if you specifically order them to. So, for example, because they have to carry fluffy Wambler remains. These things, you know, they're everywhere. Okay. As you see here, this slowly will reduce the amount of magma down there. It's a long-term plan. I always love to do this, especially when I got such a large body of magma there. At Squatch. Fighting my paper maker. Dang it. Those creatures are really, really vicious, so another one bites the dust. Let's see, is the Bat Squatch still on the loose? Kenny Suvar. These creatures are really, really massive. They look like nothing, but they're so dangerous. So let's send the Pigs of Innocence after this creature before it takes any further victims. So here goes the military. Alright. I mean, our dudes are seriously banged up here, you know. Mangled, the left hand is mangled beyond recognition. That's one freaking Bat Squatch for you. These creatures, they are really quite the nuisance, not gonna lie. Luckily we got the military by now, close to the surface. This is something that I really love about this mod pack. It creates so much more threat everywhere, you know? There's, it's just a dangerous place, and I like it. Okay, so let's slap up a second of these zones so it doesn't take the years until we are done. There we go. So beyond that, though, we seem to have secured our reign here of the lower layers for now. I am, quite frankly said, pretty scared about what'll happen here in the upcoming time. Because, you know, we are now past the, wait a sec, this is foolish. We're now past the easy part of the game. And with 80 people, 80 plus people, if you have standard settings, that's always the point where the nasties will start roaming to your place. nastier stuff than just your regular bat squatch. So here, by the way, I'm doing something less foolish than just digging it out. I'm creating a fortification here. If you would be trying to be super safe, you'd be constructing a wall here and putting a door here. And if you dig out something really, really unpleasant, you'd be able to just lock it away behind that door. But let's see. Maybe there's nothing at all. Yeah, there's just an obsidian wall in the center. I'm not sure if I need these precautions or not, but I sure as hell feel better with them. So I decided to pilfer these layers of the caverns a little bit more thoroughly. After we have conquered them, we might as well pick up the gems that are lying around here. As you see here, we're striking really valuable gemstones here. This little pocket. These little pockets, they are pretty much everywhere in these layers of the caverns. So what do we have here? Magnetite and limonite, alright. So we have the samey materials there. Oh, we can't reach that place that easily, alright. Always helps to just dig out a little staircase if you're unable to reach these. Alright, nice. Only thing I'm not so happy about is the fact that we lost another dude, and fortress, the construction of the fortress outside here is growing to be a more and more dangerous thing, you know. Oh, I hope that tree won't do any calamities. Sometimes trees trapped between floor plates do really, really weird things. Not this one, though. Great. Okay, then. So, I'm relieved. Let's remove those trees. Trees are your worst enemies when you're constructing megastructures. Or bigger structures outside. Mustn't be mega. Should be, to be interfered with nature. Alright, so... But all in all, we're getting there, boys. We're getting there. This is one hell of a big project, by the way. Well, alright, it could be larger. I don't want to over-exaggerate here. But it is surely, so far, the biggest fortification that I've built outside of my fortress. I'm also considering to set a new level on top of it, you know? Oh, little Gorlak. Step into my traps. Speaking about traps, I'm, what happened to my serrated iron disc project, right? So it turns out, as it seems that I am out of refined coal. So let's check back to our workshops. Yeah, we don't have enough logs. My economy is instructed to stop working as soon as there are not enough. What is happening here? The Bone Doctor and the Grey Langer are fighting. So that's bad. Let's station the military here for a moment and see. This creature here is making trouble, but no longer. Yeah, sometimes it just pays off to have your soldiers in the vicinity. Obviously, they killed one of my dwarfs here. What a pity. I mean, this is what happens when you start cutting too many trees. It's one thing that I'm totally aware of. And we're not going to cut that tree. We're also going to not cut that tree. I don't want no holes in the wall and the floor. Alright. So we can remove that stationed squad. So yeah, all the jobs got cancelled there. So my friends, constructions are continuing. And, well, I do like the progress we're making here. This turns into a really, really promising fortress. I will continue in the next episode. I hope you will drop me your comment down below. I really, really love to hear from you folks, and I'm very curious to see what you're thinking about this one. I also would appreciate your thumbs up on that video to make it more visible to the almighty algorithm. And of course, a subscription would be super nice. If you want to support the channel, that's the easiest way to do it. And you don't need to hit the bell button but if you do it, you stay notified with all the stuff that I'm doing. It's up to you. And last but not least, there is also the playlist link down there that I want to point out, because the playlist link leads you to the entire Land of Good and Evil saga, so you can check it out from the episode 1. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys are happy, and I hope you're coming back, and I hope you had a good time. See you there, and bye.